We have a lot to talk about, but a limited time. Oh, days is getting good. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. The stuff I'm not here for is Gabby, the pervert, Chloe, Sarah, Xander, Eve and Jack, and JJ. Hang it up. Unless you plan on leaving days and going to Hong Kong or China, wherever the hell Haley from, give it up. Leave it alone. Go find you another woman. But let's go ahead and get on into it. That about sums it on up about what I want to talk about so far. So let's go ahead and get on into it. Lonnie, I said this baby was a good idea for you. I changed my mind. Like you went for becoming obsessed with this baby, loving this baby as it was your own. I guess recovering the loss of your child and the child name and your child name, and I guess you got attached too soon. Like I said, this was a good idea for you to be around this baby. Oh, girl, you take stuff too. Oh, Lonnie, I try with you. Really, I do. But you thought Kiss and Rafe were going to keep you around that baby. Really? I'm going to forgive you for this moment only because your grief talking, you was around the David, you brought up your child and the loss of your child, and I'm guessing in your little pea brain you thought, hell, I'm single. Rafe getting off of divorce. Let me go ahead and kiss him for I can be the child mother. I'm guessing that what you were. I guessing that what you were thinking. Baby, that wasn't gonna work. Like Rafe handled that with grace. He really handled you with kid gloves, which he should have handled you with that situation. Like that situation wasn't gonna work. And besides, you on the force, Eli on the force, Rafe. If he ever decides to come back to the force, it's gonna be you and Rafe dating. Eli seeing this every day, watching y'all kids make out all the PDA. Have you ever heard you don't poop where you work at Lonnie? I'm guessing you never heard of that. That would have been messy and nasty for you to start something off with Rave, especially our relationship, knowing that Eli got to see this every day on the police force. That would have been messy as hell. Like, I'm glad Rafe didn't give in. I'm glad Rafe denied you. I'm glad Rafe talked to you. I'm glad Rafe let you have your little few moments with, well, saying goodbye to David. Like, that would have been messy and sloppy as hell, Lonnie. You dating Rafe just to be around the baby. Eli got to walk around seeing this and all that. Lonnie, you don't poop where you work at, baby. It don't work like that. Now, granted, y'all in the same town, it's gonna be hard seeing y'all walk around the same town, holding hands, kissing, and all this and all that. That's a different story. But I got to clock in and work and prepare myself mentally and physically, prepare myself to see you and Ray for the hug and kissing and all this and all that. Hell no. Like Lonnie, you was doing the most. I ain't gonna give you too much. I'm only gonna give you a little because it's time to move on to the next person. But yeah, Lonnie, like I said, you was doing too much, baby. I don't know what made you thought, oh, let me kiss Rafe. Maybe Rafe could give in, have sex with me. I can stay around the baby, have access around the baby. Maybe we can raise the baby together. Maybe become a family. Maybe get married. Maybe walk down the aisle. That man divorce ain't even, the ink ain't even much drown that man divorce. And you trying to Lonnie, I'm gonna give you a pass today. You get this one pass and this one pass only, but you was doing the most, baby girl. Like you was doing a little bit too much. You was doing a little bit too much, and you was trying the most. Like I understand you was grieving. I understand you being around that baby was helping you out, but that whole situation turned into hell when you thought it was a great idea after you and Eli then broke up. That hey, I got a man here that's available. I'm around him all the time. He's cute. He good looking. He got a child that's not his, but he raising it as his own until Jordan get her mind right. Why don't I just ease on in here, pretend like I'm the child mother, raise the child as it is my own. We can start a family like Lonnie, that don't sound logical and it don't sound right. I'm glad Rafe stopped that and didn't try to go no farther with that, because that would have been a disaster. Exactly, if all three of y'all working at the same police station. Like, if I were Eli, I wouldn't blame him for knocking the hell out of Rafe for going out with you. Like, I probably would have swung on Rafe and got my behind whooped or tried to whoop his behind. That would have been too much, especially too much. But anyways, though, y'all, let's go ahead and get into this fire situation. Now, where I want to start at and where I want to end at, I want to start with you, Eve. Like I said, and I'm going to say it again, and I'm going to say it again. Try your hardest to try to set Ben up for this fire. Try it. Go ahead and try it. Listen to Claire. Try Claire motive of Ben and Trip don't get along. Of course, Haley and Trip was in the cabin. That was the way for him to set the fire. The lighter was in his hand. I can also say, Ben, wrong place, wrong time. You shouldn't have had you behind there. But I can understand your urgency and going out there hoping you could run into Claire. But the little, I ain't gonna call the little girl what I want to call her. But the little thing then sought the fire and ran like hell. So I can understand your urgency. I can understand the rush. You didn't have to threaten. You didn't have to threaten worry at all in the situation and pretend like you was gonna hurt him or harm him. The little pole we had was distraught and he was broken. You scared the living hell out of that boy. With his he another one I never did like Rory, whatever the hell his name is. I never did like him from the jump. I ain't like him when I first started looking at JJ. When I first started looking at Days, when I first met JJ in high school selling drugs with that thing, I never did like him. He kind of warming up on me now just a little bit, but he got to learn to keep his mouth shut. And yeah, Claire, you just make yourself worse and worse and worse by the second. Like, why would you set this fire? Your mind was playing tricks on you. You thought them was her. You thought they was hugging, that they was dating, or in your mind they was having a relationship behind your back, playing with you in your face, saying there was nothing between them. But at the cabin, he consoling Haley was enough for you to get mad in your feelings and decide to set a whole fire that Eve now trying to cover up and put it on Ben, which is not going to work for her. So she can try her hardest and do whatever the hell she want to. She can try to get you out of a wet paper bag. It's not going to happen. Good luck. You can try whatever the hell you want to, Eve. As for you, Claire, you know it's over. If I was you, I'll start running out of town now. See, Sierra got your behind fooling, thinking that she believe you, that being haven't changed and all that. This is a setup. This is a clear setup. You finna fall right into that hole and you finna fall. Like, Claire, you really didn't put your cookie in the sand this time setting that fire. And now that Ben knew it was you and the one that sought that other fire with Sierra in there, and now it was you that sought this one, that rain tone matchup. You were jealous of tripping girl, what's the girl name? Haley, and that situation, and your anger and your feelings, and you want to be loved by a man, and you feel some type of way because the man won't love you the way you want to be loved, and you thought he was playing around, and like this whole plan. Oh, Claire, I feel sorry for you. just a little bit, but not a whole lot. I feel a little bad for you. I will say I feel a little bad for you because you didn't want all this to happen. It just happened. Your anger and your feelings got the best of you. You tried to try to show them a lesson by setting them up in a fire. Poe Haley then bumped her head, tripped and passed out for smoke inhalation. So that can be an attempted murder plus or I'm just not thinking about that. Attempted murder either way you look around, that's a felony and that's attempted murder. Attempted murder, halfway murder, any way you look at it, you going down for trying to kill somebody. Like, I feel sorry for you. Like, I can't. Like, whoo. You better hope your mom and her good lawyer can get you out. You know how I feel about her and her lawyer and her being a lawyer. You better hope she can get you out. You better hope her law school came into play. You better hope she can say you crazy or something. You better like Claire, I want to feel bad for you just a little bit, but the more I'm talking about it and the more I'm thinking about it, you kind of put this on yourself, Miss Thing. Your mind got the best of your feelings and your emotions, and I have nothing for you, Claire. Really, I don't. Like, you kind of sought yourself up for this when, yes, it was shitty how Trip sought you up, playing behind your back, told you he loved you, but he pushed you to the side for Haley to try to make her legal into the country. And the way that you sat there and waited so patiently, being destroying people's stuff, setting fires, you then attempted 2 fires, you got away with the third one. Well, you sought the third one. You almost got away with setting 2, but you got well, Ben caught you with the third one, the second one in the what is a loft, an apartment. He caught you that time, and then the second time when you was outside and you was about to set that darn fire, you're flicking that lighter. So you done got caught plenty of times with your pants down. You just happen to get away. Well, you ain't get away with this one. Like, Claire, I kind of feel bad for you, but ain't nobody tell you to be going right here setting no fires. You have every right and you have every means to be mad and angry and destroy stuff and break stuff. But we ain't saying going right here starting no fire, you little firebug. That was all on you. You decided to go set your fires and all that. So I guess you're going to have to sleep with it. Eve in his diary, along with Xander, Sarah, who else in there? Will, Sonny, Sammy coming back, Marlena, Kate. That's about it. But anyways, the Eve, Jack gonna remember. You just better hope you be in that number and don't be a distant memory. Like, you don't have the diary, true say, per se, you don't have the diary, but you know who have the diary. And the fact that you keeping that all quiet, hush hush, cause you don't want Zelda to possibly tell on you how you ended up with Jack in the first place, meaning you paid him a healthy little fee just to get Jack off of his hands. And Kristen not too fond of Xander handing Jack over to you, but you paid what you had to pay to get Jack. So if you do tell, you're damn if you do. If you don't tell, you get threatened. You done, this your second time you done got that I'ma kill you if you don't come up with that diary. You tell or you don't tell. I don't know who got it. I don't got it. I know who got it, but I won't tell y'all who got it, because if I do tell on them and they start getting on his tail and start pursuing him, he might get annoyed with that come and try to blackmail me for paying for Jack and getting Jack off of his hands, but I can use him in my own way of getting back at Jennifer because Jennifer ruined my life, and this is my revenge by sticking it to her every time Jennifer around. So I can't tell that Xander had a diary. I know who had a diary, but if I tell who had a diary, Xander is a mean and a cruel son of a, and you know he'll turn that on you any way possible. And you know how he managed to escape in or leave town and escape all charges. And Eve, if I was you, if I was you, I would have just went on and just told them that I know who got the diary. You won't like who I tell you who got the diary. You might have to pay a fee or might end up getting blackmailed or whatever for the diary, but I know who had the diary. Like, you could have told them a name. Besides you sitting up there taking all that blame and all that responsibility, being threatened about your life, being harassed, bothered, you can't focus on your job. I think I would have went ahead and told them people, Will, Jennifer, John, Jack. I would have just went ahead and just told them that, look, I had the diary once upon a time. It got stolen from me via a Xander. Xander got the diary. So if you looking for the diary, go harass Xander. Leave me the hell alone. Leave me the hell alone. Get off my back. I ain't got nothing to do with that diary. So Xander ended up handing it up to them anyways, or ended up telling Meg that I got the diary anyways. After he what's the chick name? Polly Pocket, Sarah. After he talked to Polly Pocket and wanted to make a deal with her, basically he trying to get back into her good graces, thinking he can have a relationship or end up having sex with her again, which she said, hell no, it's not gonna happen. So he wanted to make a deal with her. She didn't want no parts of the deal. She didn't want nothing to do with that diary. Yeah, you might have it or know who have it. And I'm surprised she didn't jump on that, knowing her reputation and knowing how she likes sleeping with people, meaning two brothers, or sleeping with anybody to get back at somebody. I'm surprised and shocked she didn't jump on the fact to jump in the bed with somebody else. I ain't calling you no hoe. I'm just assuming, judging by your past and not your current future, that you've been on your back lately. But I'm judging you for the whole red situation. So I'm calling you a hoe in that situation. Not now, but a hoe back then. That's when I'm calling you a hoe. Cause I don't barely watch you anyways. I fast forward you every time you come on my TV. So I'm judging you from your past and surprised and shocked that you didn't jump in that bed with Xander when you had the chance to jump in the bed with him the second time. You know he would have loved it. You know he would have enjoyed it. All of a sudden now you want to marry Rex and be engaged to Rex and what? Mm-hmm. Okay, hey, Haley. Okay, Sarah. Now all of a sudden you want Rez. You can't have Eric. So I guess Rex is the next best thing until you probably get another round with Eric, and or you get to try to figure out how you gonna let Rex down easily, thinking that you can get Eric over. I ain't even much going down your little shredded past. We just gonna leave that alone and move the hell fast forward. Victor the old Grinch, Maggie and her drinking, Kristen slash Nicole, Xander and they playing. He gonna take over Titan. Don't know how the hell he gonna do that, but okay. Kristen going in as Nicole, gonna try to take over the Mara Enterprises. Kristen, first of all, before we get into you and your head, you can't much compose yourself around Brady. How the hell you gonna compose yourself in the Demira Mitchell working at Demira Enterprises, calling yourself bringing back basic black? Like, have you ever worked in a Demira office before, Kristen? And I did not know you was a stepchild. Better yet, an adopted child of Stefano. Hell, all this entire time. I'm sorry, y'all, I'm babbling. But I did not know that Kristen was adopted. I thought Stefano had the nut. I didn't know the nut was adopted. Now I know why she's so spoiled and rotten, thinking she can get her way, do whatever the hell she gonna do, and hoping, praying that her daddy or EJ or anybody else can help get her out of trouble. It makes perfect sense now why she a nutbag, and it makes perfect sense why she thinks she can do whatever the hell she want to do and thinking she can get away with it and all this and all that. It made perfect sense. Why y'all ain't never told me that Kristen was adopted? Hell, I didn't know that. When she said that and Xander said that to her when it was going over their little plans, I was like, she adopted? The hell? I thought this whole entire time this heifer was actually a Demara, but she'll adopted Demara. But anyways, though, moving along, Kristen, you ain't never have the heifer ever worked in the Demara office? Has she ever done anything business wise? We know Nicole have, but have Kristen crazy behind did it? And second of all, you talking about working for Demara, you want Brady. Brady and the Damaras do not get along. So you want to, Kristen, you and your little crazy ass plans, it is not going to work. Nicole would never, ever work for the Mara Enterprises. She did one time and she hated it. She hated it. And she said she would never do it again. That one time when the business failed and the business went belly flop, well, her little fashion little thing she had going on. But Kristen, I'm not going into the psychosis of your mind. I ain't doing it. And SD, and AD. So y'all done told me that Tony Demera coming back, and or Andre Demera coming back. So we already know who the AD is. Might be Tony, might be Andre. The SD is Stefano Demera, meaning he might come back. And she got them holed up in the room, and she want to take special care of those too and gave Xander the other ones, like Jack and all the other people that was assumed dead, but not at back from the brink. So you plan on using this serum, I guess, to bring back Stefano in or Tony. We already know Tony coming back or Andre coming back. I forgot which one y'all told me, but I remember y'all telling me that Andre in or Tony coming back, or Tony coming back and Andre just dead. But we know one on coming back, or maybe both. I like to see that. Like I said, I love Andre. He's crazy behind. Crazy. Always crazy behind. Always trying to get approval from the Demaras. So I loved him. Never got to meet Tony. I only met him when that who that died and went to heaven? Marlena. And she went to heaven and hell and was outside the door with Tony and Andre and Hope and all them. Well, Princess Hope and them people in the heaven and the hell outside the doors, and she didn't pick her door when Marlena was out there. I like Tony just as much as I like Andre, so I'm dying to see Tony. Y'all got to at least give me Tony just one time, maybe a week or so, however long. But I want to get to know Tony. I didn't meet Andre. Now I want to meet the other half. So let's go ahead and get on done. I didn't babble enough. Um. And Jennifer, speaking of diaries, you running down there talking to Eve, get confronted by Jack and out. Jennifer, why would you bring yourself up there to Eve in her office, asking her about that diary, and if she don't give it to her, we are gonna die, and all this and all that? Like, why would you set yourself up like that again? Like, You're not tired of Eve throwing it in your face every chance she get that she got your life that you want back so bad, that she wants you lost. Like, you ain't tired of all that. Like, I don't know why the hell you went running down to the Eve office. Like, that was just a waste of trip, a waste of a space, a waste of a scene. Don't know why the hell, but you go down there battling it with Eve, even though you win most of the time, and then she end up making you keep your mouth shut and make you mad, make you run off. I don't know why the hell you went down there thinking you was gonna bust a grape with Eve. Like, that whole scene was just a mess. Jack, she lying to you. If push did come to shove in that diary and your memories meaning using it on you, she'll use it on your of course you'll want to be used on you. She'll try to stop you from using it on yourself for you can remember your family. But other than that, yeah. Jennifer, why did you run out there wasting your time? Why did you even waste your breath? Like, you could have stayed down there at the hospital with Will, that's for the Mary's Sonny, before he died. Send me coming back or on the plane already heading back to Salem. We all talking about Mary and Sonny. We got the no good old Gabby going on there. Oh my gosh, you dying again? Oh my God. What can I do? Do you want anything? No, God, hell damn. I thought I was going to have a week worth of Gabby free. I thought I was going to have a free week of Gabby. Then here she come acting like she's so concerned and so bothered that Will was going to die. Before or after Stephanie, you calling yourself getting your revenge back for him. Which one is it, Gabby? Like I said, that whole... I know you love Will and all that, but I don't want to see you. Really, I don't. Like, they could have saved that scene with you and your fake tears and your fake sympathy. Sympathy. You ain't had no sympathy, and I don't know when. Now all of a sudden you found yourself to find some sympathy for your. Let me move on. Let me move on. What else I finna say? I think that's about it, y'all. Oh yeah, about the whole Maggie thing in Victor. Talk about Victor. I do enough talking about Victor ass anyway, so I ain't finna talk about Victor and his old behind that need to be whooped with a towel, need a behind whooping and everything else under the sun. I don't feel like talking about him today. And the fact that your wife was drinking this whole entire time under your thumb, under your nose, and you ain't have enough common sense to know that your wife was sick and drinking, and she needed to go to rehab, well, go to a meeting or whatever. You can't much be there for your wife being messy that you normally are. Like, you was doing the absolute most today, and whatever, Victor. I ain't gonna give you too much today. I'm not in the mood for you and your antics today. Like I said, somebody need to pop you, and you'll get yourself straight. You just a bitter old man, and you just a bitter old man with no common sense. You were smart enough to get rich and to keep a company afloat all this time, thanks to your grandchildren and your children. But other than that, Victor, I ain't finna give you no energy today. Really. The only energy I'm gonna give you is to somebody to beat you with a wet towel for it won't show up on your skin. And maybe that'll teach you, and maybe that'll mess you up, and maybe that'll give you some common sense to learn to keep your mouth shut and to learn how to talk to people and stop being rude all the darn time. Being rude to Maggie, being rude to Vic. I mean, the Brady being rude to Stephen, being rude to Abe and calling him a loser and all that. I ain't got enough time for you today. Victor. Anyways, though, y'all, that was the episode. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'll see y'all later. Enjoy the rest of y'all night. Bye.